Good evening, Mayor and City Council. We'll start out the presentation with page number 1. Talking about our workforce, we've had 5 employees for about the last 10 years, and we continue to have 5 employees. Minorities, 1 of 5, which is a 20% rate, and females, we have 3 out of 5, which is a 60% rate in the office. For FY 2021 budget, you'll notice that variance from 20 to 21 is 0.72. What our office does. The City Clerk's office provides licenses, i.e. sends out renewals, collects fees, consults with consumers, assists in processes, and provides constant and efficient service. As registrar, the City Clerk's office provides copies of birth and death certificates, speaks with hospitals, coroner's office, proofs records for completion, and assists in funeral homes and family members. The City Clerk's office is the keeper of the record, the front line of transparency. Open Meetings Act requirements, maintenance of records, posting agendas, minutes, and audio. The City Clerk's office assists with administrative traffic, specification hearings, with audio and postings. Next, I'd like to talk about our workload. The City Clerk's office serves as the local register for the state Illinois Vital Records. We've processed 1,068 certified birth certificates and 6,408 death certificates in FY 2020. The City Clerk's office processes a variety of licenses for the city of Springfield, including but not limited to gaming, mobile home parks, tobacco, and etc. Over 800 licenses were processed in year 2020. 500 ordinances and 36 resolutions were processed in FY 2020. 3,700 FOIA requests were processed in 2020. There's over 3,000 cubic feet of retention documents that have been stored, processed, and or destroyed in FY 2020. Our accomplishments. The City Clerk's office has a staff with 80-plus years of experience. The City Clerk's office consists of a cross-trained staff and the Deputy Clerk, whose legal training has been beneficial in the assistance of creating an official manual for each duty handled by the City Clerk's office. All units of the City Clerk's office run efficiently and are always fully operational. The City Clerk's office maintains total transparency through posting agendas, minutes, and audio. Challenges for the Clerk's office. We have a staff of over 80 years of experience combined, and many are transitioning into retirement while cross-training newer staff members. Planning successions based on experience. Maintenance of all computer software machines for the council chambers. With limited employees and longevity of staff, through earned time off or other absences, the office manages to fully function and continually meet the needs of the City of Springfield. In summary, the City Clerk's office represents 0.48% of the corporate fund. With a budget of $614,000 approved for FY 2020, and only 558, or roughly 91%, was spent in FY 2020, a savings of approximately 9%. A slight raise in personal services was mostly due to an increase in the IMRF contribution rates from 13.36% to 16.37%. Any questions? Thank you for your time.
Alderman Hanauer.
Thank you. Frank, one of the things that I've talked to you about is we deal with an enormous amount of paper, and I'm sure, you know, you guys are inundated with it, but one of the things I wouldn't mind seeing, at least try to find out what our return on investment would be, is if we could look at a paperless, I don't know what they call them, a paperless document imaging system I know when I was with the state, we went through a company in town that specializes in that, and they image documents, and you can actually buy this stuff and image the documents, and it goes electronically. But more importantly, for us at the Horseshoe, we get, I think I threw away, I went through my files the other day, and I had, I mean, just in our zoning packets alone, how, you know, there's a couple pounds for each zoning package, you know.
Right.
So I'd love to see something like that, but I do think that we ought to look at the Kodak system or whatever, and I can give you a name of a guy to hook you up with that you can do that. It would be worth exploring, especially for like the FOIA stuff. The documents would already be scanned. It'd just be a matter of retrieving the documents and sending it forward. And I don't know from the corporate counsel point of view what our requirements are for electronic documents, but I know with the state of Illinois, we were able to get through a lot of this, and you still have to retain some of the documents you would have to retain, but these are all filed electronically, they're backed up and everything, and for me, I'd love to have a tablet that I can go and do notes and that, and not deal with things like this, you know, so.
I'll take that into
Just something to, and then I do have a question for you. In your line 1231, it's the fee that you pay back to the state for death certificates. In the past quite a few years, you've had them, you've requested consistently $85,000. You've never come close to it. Is that something we might want to look at cutting down? Or you think there's going to be a lot of people dying here in the next year? You know, be buying a lot of death certificates.
Right. That's one thing that we really can't predict.
Right.
And so it's kind of it's better, I think, maybe to budget for it.
Yeah.
And be prepared. We're very conservative in the office. That's why we're able to give back 9%.
Right.
And what we do is, if we don't use it, it's going right back to the general fund. So you don't really need to, rough Peter to pay Paul, because the money is yours and it's coming back to the general fund anyway.
Well, just so you know, what I do is I go through, and that's one of the things I look at is line items that are high that we don't come close to, and I look at it I go back to other budget books and look to see what we've done, and that was one that stood out. So just wanted to point that out. So.
And then Alderman, also on your what we do, we have saved approximately 80% of paper trail right now in the clerk's office. So when someone does call and request a FOIA, the majority of them are emailed to them. So we don't use the paper to do it, and we send it out. So we save everything. But
you have to scan it in at that time. My point is the document would already be scanned in, and you could call it up. It'd be quicker from a staff perspective. It's something we can talk about, but I did want to bring it up. So.
Absolutely, I'm all for it.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Go ahead.
Congratulations, Mr. Clerk. Madam Treasurer, you're still there, and City Coordinator, you're still here. You know, you all presented budgets at less than 1% growth, and you're also returning money that was unspent during the current year. So you've really done a good job managing, all three of you managing your offices. So nice going.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Alderman. Director?
We pulled up the history of that 1231 line that the Alderman was just referring to, and there were some years that they did hit it.
Oh, did they? 2013,
77,000, 2014, 80,000, 2015, 81,000, 2016,
Then we'll leave it alone.
80,000, 27. But it has dropped in the last couple of years. You're correct about that.
People are even helping.
Yes, they are. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then we have the Office of the Mayor.
Negative growth.
That is on page 1. Page 1.